It was excruciating. During an emotional sit-down with former General Hospital co-star Maurice Benard on State of Mind, Sarah Joy Brown got candid about the last days and even the last minutes in the life of her beloved father, who passed away in 2020. "This has been the hardest thing that's ever happened to me," said the actress, who played first Carly and then Claudia on the soap. "I didn't even write an obituary for a year. I couldn't say the words, really." Related story on the anniversary of Thomas' Bold Beautiful debut, a review of his past, and a peek at his future, "My dad." She continued, whispering as emotion overtook her. "I miss him a lot." When Benard asked what condition he suffered from, Brown answered matter-of-factly, "My dad had stupidity. He was a smoker his whole life, and even at the end, he would still sneak out onto the patio for a cigarette. He'd recovered from lung cancer," she explained, but still had COPD and emphysema. "He could hardly walk or function at this point." Remembering the day that her father died was exceptionally difficult for the soap vet, who's also played Madison on Days of Our Lives and Aggie on The Bold and the Beautiful. "My last words to him were beautiful, but the morning that he passed, that was a different story." By then, Brown's dad was living with her, basically in a lazy-boy recliner in the living room since he couldn't lie down. He became very increasingly controlling. His entire domain came down to a tiny table about 18 inches long and 8 inches wide, she said. "It was very painful for him, and it was hard for me to watch that." On the day of his passing, Brown tried to lend a hand. "The last thing I said to him was, 'Dad, come let me help you,'" she said. "He batted his hands like he was angry and said, 'Get away from me.'" Obviously, that was crushing to Brown, whom he'd often told was his best friend. "It was really unfortunate. As the end drew near, my dad was gasping for breath for hours and hours. At one point, I had called my sister and his girlfriend. My mom was there with me. I had my daughter on one phone, my sister on the other phone, his girlfriend on my mom's phone. I started to say, 'Daddy, do you see your mom? She's right there. Do you see Sharon? That's my sister's mom. And Maurice, his eyes just lit up,' she went on. 'He looked right through me to the other side. I could see him see them, and his whole face changed. All of the fear left. The pain left from his eyes, and he smiled. He was in ecstasy. Though Brown still grapples with the loss, perhaps she can take some comfort in knowing how at peace her father was. My dad was very okay with dying. He didn't look forward to leaving the earth,' she noted, but he would constantly say he was so grateful for the life he lived. Pay your respect to the soap's vets we lost in 2022 with the below photo gallery. Video, YouTube, State of Mind.